It's rolling, Richard.
It's rolling?
Richard.
Hello, I'm the Dicksta, not Richard. I could be Richard. I was born Richard, but I turned to the Dicksta. But anyway, this is Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam Carbone.
And we met through...
We're going to say our ages first. I'm 22. I have no problem saying it. What's your age?
Well, I'm somewhere in the 40s.
Oh, but, okay.
Anyhow...
We'll get into that in the paperwork.
In the paperwork, you'll have to see that. But
greetings and salutations. I'm Sean Michael Beyer, 51 years old, here out in Van Nuys, California, in the midst of a March heat wave. It's so nice here.
Right now, we want to talk about what we're going to do.
No, we're not at that part yet.
Where are we supposed to be at?
This is supposed to be how we know each other.
You interrupted me.
Oh.
We met each other through Craigslist. Believe it or not, Craigslist.
We did.
And
it's a long story.
I met Adam originally when he was, maybe 15 or something like that online.
He was casting for a part. I filled it. We remained friends since.
Video and audio school, so I did a little short film and I casted him in it.
And then a few years later, he introduced me to his friend Dick, the Dicksta. Eccentric does not describe this man. And he's got a laugh that is not from this planet. That's for damn sure.
And we know Sean because I worked on his cooking shows before, and we've done multiple cooking shows with him. Right, Sean? This is the.
Are you supposed to be helping me, or are you supposed to be blabbering?
We get along great, but we'll butt heads once in a while. Creative minds kind of come to a head. But I think that makes it all the more fun and certainly interesting to watch, I would think.
So why are we the teammates set? You want to take on this adventure?
Well, I would think is that because he's from the West, he's from California, I'm from Rhode Island, we get two different ways of cooking, but when we cook together, it comes out delicious.
You're supposed to brag about me, too.
We're going to brag about you because you're the camera guy. You going to help us?
No, I'm going to be like, I can serve the food.
You can serve and you can do dishes. That's it. Me and Sean's going to do the cooking. We got the creative part.
As for my culinary background, I grew up in my family's cattle ranch in Northern California. And it was organic before organic existed back then, and we raised cattle, pigs, chickens. We had these huge gardens. We'd pick these big beefsteak tomatoes or pulled potatoes, carrots, and would just make these massive meals for the extended family.
All right, Richard, it's time to brag about your skills and your background. I mean, I would say mine, but there are none.
There are none, that's right, okay. Now this is a guy that makes Fruit Loops. He puts them into a bowl. And
that's
he calls himself.
You probably can't say Fruit Loops.
You could say Fruit Loops.
I remember 20 people sitting around a big table at the ranch house, and the food was amazing.
I know how to chef. Oh, what was it? Chiffonade, basil.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, my mother, my great uncle Jasper, they all taught me how to cook when I was very, very young, and I didn't really think that was any different for any other kid growing up.
And my Italian family is Italian.
Obviously, many kids don't ever even learn to cook in their adulthood, but when the kids become adults, they learn things to make.
My culinary background stems from cooking with my mother when I was a young little kid, and actually cooking all my life, trying to make up recipes and all that stuff, and that's what I do. I constantly recreating food.
What about your skills in the kitchen?
Skills?
What can you do?
Look at me.
Well, look
I'm a skill.
You're the skill?
Look at this. Watch this. I can swoop good.
The camera's not. The camera can't see that.
See, look.
The camera's not.
Chopping.
The camera
you can see all this later, people.
So yeah, I've been cooking, for quite a long time and really, really enjoy it. And I'm not one to make the same thing twice. Certainly, I'll make consistent meals, but I always like to kind of put my own little spin on things and experiment a little bit. And sometimes it goes wrong, and sometimes it goes very right. But that's the fun of cooking.
We got recipes for a food truck that you knocked your head off.
Yeah, so our idea for the food truck is that's a wrap, and it's going to be all different types of assortments of wraps.
All these things, you want it to be food truck, handheld friendly, not something that you need a utensil necessarily, and so that's why we came up with that idea. Plus, you can pretty much put anything in a wrap.
What we're going to do is make a little Italian wrap, but we can make any kind of wrap. But just one specific one we're going to make today.
Actually, I think Dick is doing a pasta wrap, which sounds really good. He's got his famous sauce that he really won't divulge the exact recipe for.
Probably the best sauce you'd ever have.
Why, thank you.
What? Oh, I was talking about...
the sauce, right. The best sauce you'll ever have.
I'm making a pulled pork and kimchi coleslaw wrap. And it's got an Asian twist to it. I put some orange zest in the coleslaw with sesame oil and soy sauce, a little bit of sriracha.
Now let's do it. Let's do it. Ready?
No.
It's gonna burn if we don't do it.
And then you get the coleslaw, the cabbage that's a little crunchy, and then the soft pulled pork, which is roasted low and slow. Because then it's tender, and the collagen breaks it down, and then you pull it. You know, it's pulled. So you pull it.
You ready, people? Here we go. Adam,
Well, it's
my trusty assistant.
Well, one of the dishes. Are you going to say it?
What? One of the dishes. What?
Do you want me to say it, or are you going to say it?
Say
It
what?
sounded like you were saying it without.
Say what you want to say before we mess it up and the food truck doesn't take us.
Oh, okay.
And is there a bathroom on the food truck?
Probably.
Go ahead.
There should be.
I don't know.
Well, one of the dishes that we're going to cook is a pasta wrap. I don't quite know what went into it, but I'm sure Richard knows.
Dick knows.
As I said earlier, I made my kimchi and pulled pork wrap. Check it out.
Oh.
Try it.
Okay, I'll just try it. What else? While I eat
Yes, you do it.
What else?
Unwrap
Oh.
it. Let's do it
I
properly.
know how to eat.
No, you don't. Obviously.
You've got the pulled pork with the barbecue sauce that's got the Asian spin, and then you've got the kimchi coleslaw that's just got some kick in it from the sriracha, but not enough to burn your tonsils. Let me give it a try for you. Okay.
Well, we're gonna have chicken parmesan wraps. We'll have eggplant parmesan wraps. We're gonna try to incorporate a lot of the tomato sauce into the wraps, and of course, this pasta wrap right
Well,
here.
like-
How is it?
What?
How's the
Oh,
wrap?
it's fine. I'll tell you how it is from over here.
Yeah, right. As
After
he
it's
eats
done.
the whole thing.
I like the Asian spin on it. It's a little bit different, and there's no mayonnaise or anything like that. And it's just the oils, the canola and the sesame oil.
What's at stake of what kind of life would be given up would be, of course, losing our families in this area. Not losing, but
We didn't lose them. We only be for a little.
no. I mean, until we win the race, then we come back and everybody be happy. But that's the biggest.
You wouldn't miss me because I'll be on. The
I wouldn't
truck.
miss you anyway, but
What would be holding me back from purchasing a food truck would probably be the money.
yeah, we were gonna buy a food truck at one time, but we're just starting all this. We're starting off, and it was tough money wise, but now
Money wise, it's so hard to upkeep and stuff.
Upkeep,
and
oh.
branding it is too.
I've always wanted to open my own restaurant, and then, you know, what was it, 5, 6, 7 years ago when food trucks started becoming actually cool again, you know, they were not the roach coaches from back in the day, and I was like, that's just awesome.
wouldn't that be
It's
nice?
so important that he'll think twice before making mistakes like getting a tattoo of the Pink Panther.
Right. Yeah, long time ago, people. A long time ago. Right.
But after
plus,
having the shows backing it and
Right.
seeing it on TV, it's like
Right.
then people, and then that
Right.
would be the opportunity for them to try it. Because once they try it, they'll go to it. But to get them to try it, you need something to back it up. It being on the show is a perfect thing.
Right.
Like
All right,
not
next
like
question.
the Pink Panther tattoo. That's not a perfect thing.
Next question.
But
Am I competitive? Ask Adam.
I am so very competitive.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm
Bowl of cereal and milk is not competitive.
I'm competitive. That's right. I am.
I got sauces. I got stuff that I make that nobody knows how to make them because I invented them myself.
I'm competitive. I like to win.
That's competition.
I like people to rave about my recipes, and when they don't, I'm like, what's wrong with it? Why don't you like it?
The atmosphere is like, well, I mean, you pretty much see it here.
Yeah.
Very tense.
It's very tense, awkward.
Awkward.
We're in each other's way. I'm trying to steal a little item of a recipe that this guy will do, Sean.
Yeah.
He'll look at mine and look over my shoulder to see what my recipes are and why mine is better than his and stuff like that.
One's trying to get a Pink Panther tattoo. The other one's just trying to cook. Like,
I think we can win this because, first of all, we're innovative. Adam can't cook worth.
one, you have the face of the company, and like the one who's gonna sell the food here.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing.
Oh,
You have
absolutely.
two guys who can cook or whatever. But
I think a
You
good
do-
dishwasher is great on set. Plus, in the truck, also, he can do the floors, wash the floors when we're done. When we pack up, he can eat the little bit of stuff that's left over.
Improvise as needed, and if we have to suddenly turn all of our wraps into pancakes, we can do that.
Guess what? There's a third person. 3 people on the truck, 2 cooks, and a helper. Thank you, Mr. Elf. Thank you.
what? Elf?
Elf, help.
You know, you want people that are entertaining, and gosh darn it, we're entertaining. I'm entertaining. I entertain myself all the time.
That's wrap.
Wrap it
That's
up.
a wrap.
That's a
That's
wrap.
a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's
That's the
a
show.
wrap. That's a wrap.
The truck
no,
is-
Let's say. That's
It's
a wrap. That's a wrap. Not it's.
So thanks for your time.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut now.